Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. But if you did, I greatly appreciate it. Hey, we are going to do a random ranking, but this random ranking is going to be focused on food in the movies. And the reason being is it's November. American Thanksgiving is on its way. It's rearing its head. It's coming close. So I figured, what are we doing on Thanksgiving? We're doing a lot of eating, so why not rank movies with food in them? So let's get to picking those movies. I'm going to pick three over here, and then we'll rank them based off of the food scenes within them. All right, and then probably do one up here as well. Okay, let's see what we got. All right. Oh my. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, wow, where do I start? Chilean sea bass.
Chilean sea bass, I believe.
So we got Jurassic Park over here. The Jello scene. The melted ice cream. Spare no expense.
It's good.
Man, okay, so yeah, we got Laura Dern with the melting ice cream along with Attenborough, right? And then we got Lex with the Jello, and when they see the raptor, right? And then yeah, who's hungry? Chilean sea bass. Alejandro has prepared Chilean sea bass, and here, listen to this. Great idea missed. My wife thought of this. I can't take credit for it. My wife thought of this. So in Jurassic World, Jurassic World is pretty much just like a Disney World, right? They have like restaurants in it, like down their like Main Street or whatever. Remember, like Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville was there. But what should have been there, a great callback to this original Jurassic Park movie, would have been in Alejandro's restaurant. And that would have just been amazing. That would have been an amazing reference for the real ones to spot. And I just wish that would have happened. But my wife came up with that idea, and it was like, wow, that totally was a missed opportunity for Alejandro not to have a restaurant at Jurassic World, because Alejandro, I'm sure, got on one of the boats off of the island. So we assume he survived, and maybe he wouldn't want to be associated with Jurassic Park after what happened. But or he may not want to be associated with Jurassic World after what happened in Jurassic Park. But I don't know. It just would have been a fun callback and a great Easter egg, a fun thing for people to spot. But yeah, Chilean sea bass, and I've eaten Chilean sea bass before. It used to be on the menu at Olive Garden, and I got it. Maybe it was a special one time. It was either a special or it used to be on the menu. And by Olive Garden, I don't mean Olive Garden. I'm talking about an Italian restaurant called Biaggi's. I think they're a chain, but I don't know if they're beyond Illinois. I don't know. So yeah, not Olive Garden, Biaggi's. And I got Chilean sea bass, and the only reason I got it was because of this movie. So yeah, really great food scenes in Jurassic Park. Next we have, okay, Sideways. So, okay, I know when we think of this, we don't think a lot about food, but here's the thing. It's food and drink is what we're talking about here. So this is like my favorite contemporary drama, and I feel like it's inching its way into my top 10 if it isn't already in my top 10. But when it comes to contemporary dramas that take place in the year in which they were released, this is my favorite. And it's not really a drama, it's a dramedy, right? It's funny, it's very funny. So I guess dramedy. But yeah, absolutely love this movie. That spine is so faded. This is why slip covers are important. See, slip covers to me are protection devices. So look at the green here versus the spine there. So this is when I had my movies upstairs, and the blinds that I had just were not thick enough, so they just fried so many of my spines. But yeah, slipcovers are great. That's why I like a slipcover, is to save the spines. Save the spines. Save the spines. But yeah, so here, this is just funny through and through. We got sort of a bachelor party of two. Thomas Hayden Church is getting married, and Paul Giamatti's taking him on like one last ride through wine country, and then they meet some people along the way, and there's a lot of great wine tasting. I've done wine tasting one time, and it was a lot of fun, and I learned things that this movie doesn't even talk about. But I don't know. I felt like I was in this movie a little bit. It was a lot of fun, and I don't really drink. I haven't drank wine since that day, because they did some heavy pours and were quite liberal with those pours. So yeah, I kind of gave it up after that. That was too much, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, this movie is just really really good, really funny, and I like the banter between the two of them. They're angry with each other, but they love each other. They agitate each other, but they love each other. They're best friends, and I don't know. It's just such a great movie. But yeah, there they are, trapped in that bottle right there. Wonderful movie. I definitely recommend this. Recommend this to everybody if you haven't seen it. I think this would have been a fun Best Picture winner. It was nominated. I think Paul Giamatti should have been nominated, and Thomas Hayden Church was nominated. I can't remember if Virginia Madsen was, but she would have been. Actually, all four of them would have been great nominees. All of them. So yeah, great movie here with wine up everywhere.
How's that?
Wine everywhere. Next, we have my favorite movie of all time, Hook. And here it's the DVD. I got the 4K somewhere back there. But yeah, obviously the food fight scene. And well, just the fact, not just the food fight, it's just the dinner scene in general. They are pretending to eat. And Peter says Gandhi ate more than this, and he's got his utensils ready for eating. This is before they show that there's nothing there, and he's like, no, we don't use them. Why do you have them if you don't use them? And then he's like, we have them so we don't have to use them. So yeah, fork and spoon, they eat with their hands, right? But yeah, it's revealed that there's no food at all. The kids are just pretending. They're using their imagination, and Peter is hungry. Robin Williams wants food. He wants that food. And then there's that moment when the pretend becomes real to him. And then I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Can you see him? They're right there. Slices. Well, this is kind of after, but yeah, and he's like, the Lost Boys, you're doing it, Peter, you're doing it. I say that all the time. I quote that all the time when I say you're doing it all the time. And he's imagining, and then Thud butt. This is I'm bouncing back and forth in this scene, but remember Thud? He's like. And Peter's trying to pretend. He's like, just kind of doing that, but he can't fully invest, and that's what he needed to do, was just fully invest in imagination. And then he finally got to, and then there's that food fight, and it's just like really fun. And also the verbal exchange between Rufio and him. You man, you stupid man. Prison barber, nearsighted gynecologist, all of that. And then he gets the sword, right? I think Ace throws him a sword, and he grabs the sword, and then he because Rufio just threw threw a coconut at him, right? And then he slices through it, and then the thing is like spinning like a top on the table. And it's just like, you are the pan. You are the pan. You're the pan. So, all right. This one is going to be tough. It's not going to be tough. It's just I'm biased because my favorite movie of all time is going to be number one. And then I think I'm going to go my second favorite movie of all time. Man, I can't believe I'm putting Sideways at number 3. That's a movie I'm always championing. And to put it at number 3 is tough. So yeah, I'm gonna go Hook number 1. It's just fantastic. It's wonderful. It's imaginative. I love everything about it. My favorite movie. And then I'm gonna go Jurassic Park, and I'm doing that because of nostalgia, all of that, and I like those 3 key scenes: Chilean sea bass, of course, and then the Jello, and then the ice cream, and there's probably more. Nedry's desk, full of, let me hit the vending machines. Does anybody want anything? And then Sideways, just, wine everywhere. And I love that movie so much. So this is tough. These are like top tier movies. All 3 of these might be in my top 10. I got to update my top 10 or try to actually even make it. I have a tough time beyond 6. But, Sideways may be up there. All of these movies might be in my top 10. Hook and Jurassic Park definitely are. But anyway, my question for you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, I'm curious to know how you would rank them based on the food within them, the food scenes, or drink scenes. So yeah, let me know in the comments below how you feel about these movies and how you would rank them. I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm talking in circles here. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.